Ah, yes. Caliburn, the sword of King Arthur, the sword in the stone, one of the most powerful weapons ever. But that Nerf hammer, though, I don't know how much I don't know how long these are going to be, because I just did I did the Outhouse one a minute ago, but that one had such like a, oh my god, and this one's like very straightforward. Though there are some things I can bring up. Okay, so Newts in Tights. It's a play on Robin Hood's Men in Tights. And it kind of plays out like a... Not really. He's not really stealing from the rich to give to the poor. But Dratonio is back. Along with loading screens. God bless loading screens. Oh, hello, Darcy. Dratonio is back along with... If you could freaking like, it'd be very helpful. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Tritonio. I don't know what the hell his name is. But also, Anne's sword is back! Finally, the long-awaited return of Anne's sword. And it's not used again in the next episode. And she uses the rusty one again. I'm just like I know why. I know why she's not using that sword. And the entire reason is because it would give away too much of the plot. And what I mean by that is, okay, just switch synopsis of this. Dratonio goes, I don't trust anyone. Rule of the street. Anne goes, you should trust people. And he's like, no, I won't. Once bad things happen, you just let it happen. No regrets. Cut your losses. Leave. They get into a scuffle. These guys get brought in, which Spring is like so easily turned to be like, yeah, okay, I'll help. Like right here.
Bravest pupils I've ever had.
You're just buttering us up so we'll help you.
And it's working.
Just showing more the players are idiots. And at least like, no, like, eh. But yeah, Dratonio plans so that way they can help with one of the heists. God. Their Little John equivalent is Little Louisa, and Spring doesn't get the joke. Dratonio is apparently a master strategist, and basically, I love how like Anne straight says like, look, you can look if we help you, you have to join our rebellion. And then when he does backstab them, oh yeah, him as a kid, Jesus Christ. When he does backstab him, he's like, but you said you were joining, and he's like, you knew I wasn't gonna do that. And eventually, they get sent. These guys captured, leaves. That's when that whole little thing happens. And they go, all right, whatever. They go, all right, well, Dratonio obviously comes in. Hanzo like to save the day. And oh, look, Jojo. And Anne basically says, the greatest treasure you're missing at all is friendship. And it's like, okay. God, that sword looks cool. And yada, yada, yada. Dratonio's like, oh, yes, I actually will join. We'll join, and, you'll be part of our new crew. And, I'll help with you, the strategist. And I'm like, all right, cool. It's kind of like the first half of the episode where they're slowly building up a team for, like, the big fight at the end. Or second half, whatever. But it's right here. Yeah, right here. Because you see it. She starts getting emotional. Oh, shit. And the sword glows. And then dissipates. So, also, it went deep in that hole. So, basically, I'm assuming the reason why is because, continuity-wise, whenever Anne gets emotional, the sword starts to glow. But, the show doesn't want to follow up on that or anything like that. So, it just kind of has the blade stab. It's just like, all right, Anne doesn't use it again. Just use the rest of it in the next episode. It's like, why? Why? But I'm like, all right, whatever. But yeah, simple lesson. But yeah, that's the whole thing. So like, whenever Anne gets emotional, you would see the sword glow. But They don't want to show that for whatever reason. There's some cool fight. There's a cool fight against a judge bot. Let me see here. Let me get my notes real quick. Amphibians working with Andreas. Oh yeah, some of the amphibians are working with Andreas. Robin Hood style. Anne has her sword back. Anne's eyes. Okay, I remember. Okay, I remember now. I remember. It was. We were literally at the scene a second ago.
You'd even leave these guys in the dust?
I don't get it.
And voila! We ride away from the caravan victorious.
Wow, you have a real talent for strat.
Right there. Her eyes suddenly go wonky. It's like she looks directly at Antonio and then her eyes just kind of go whoop. Like, yeah, that's great. That's just great. All right. But yeah, I get it. It's, again, this show does the slow build up. That's been its thing since season 1. It does the slow build up and like with these episodic episodes to finally get to the point by the last one. For me, that's the biggest issues. Honestly, I kind of like the ones on Earth a little bit more. But yeah, Andreas is the ancient family sword, which it looks honestly really bad. I think the scabbard is with it too now. That is a badass sword, and she doesn't use it again after this. She does not use it again after this, at least until, probably the finale, I'm going to go ahead and assume. Unless they put these episodes out of order. They put these episodes out of order and, like, we're going to see Anne wielding a sword next episode. And, like, it's actually, like, they're supposed to flip them. Wouldn't surprise me. They did that with Molly McGee and they kind of ruined, they kind of ruined one joke in there. But I'm not entirely sure. I can't say that's the case. I'm trying to think. But there is a good thing at the very end, at least. Where apparently Hop Hop just found this random door.
While looking for the bathroom
and you have this P here, but you obviously can tell it's flipped upside down. It's supposed to be an L for leaf. So the most likely the planters are, and also you can explain why Sprig looks like her. The planters are descendants of Leaf. And also that the family tome is from Leaf, which would make sense why the Calamity box is written in there.
This strange-looking door.
Like, it's like very freaking obvious. I love how no one brings that up.
What could be in there? Trouble is, we can't figure out how to open it. There's no knob or handle. Just this little book-sized slot.
She's a dumb. I would have at least tried to turn the P upside down. That would have been my first reaction. Of like, okay, flip that upside down. Maybe that accesses the key. Yeah, it turns out no. It's like the planter's journal. And it's the planter's journal, and then what the hell? And it looks like there's Leaf's hood, I guess. And then there was this, and I'm like, it took me a minute to realize, oh, that's the paper. That's because of the same paper that Andreas and Leaf would use to send each other's messages. So that, no, probably has something in there, but they just have to figure out how to read it, which I think is just like one of those red, like a red light. Or not red light, like a monocle with red glass on it. Unless like it's setting up like the moon's going to turn fully red, and that's how they're going to see it. I think that's probably what they're setting up with the moon being red up there. No outhouse, no bathrooms. But yeah, then the second episode, Anne finds Domino 2, which I immediately knew, and I also immediately knew that she was going to have kittens. And Domino 2 gets captured. She has some ugly-ass kittens that people fall in love with. I love Sasha. Because one, I am more of a dog person. Cats, it's funny, because I like cats, like I like in like animes, the abilities like, stealth, be able to climb up things, all that stuff. That's freaking great. But also, if an actual cat scratched me, I'd chuck it across the room. If a dog bit me, I'd be like, stop it!
So,
Oh god, I love it.
Any longer than we have to.
I'm more of a dog person, so make it quick.
I love it. But yeah, they go to save Domino. The plant, everyone falls in love with the. And also, this is probably the biggest laugh this show, at least in this episode, got me right here.
I'm just passing time with my accordion.
just taking a kid, just like making it a year accordion. Also, apparently, it's like Catra, that Beerus. I don't know. Like it was because they look familiar. I'm like, I think that is what they're supposed to be kind of based off of. But yeah, everyone falls in love. Andreas is using them to generate some kind of power, but also just watching this or just looking at just like certain bits where like you see like the different like little bases like all around. It gives me very much like Sly Cooper vibes. I kind of brought that up when they broke into the castle, or when you saw the castle with all the guards around it at the end of season 2. Like I looked at it and I brought up that like it kind of reminds me of a Sly Cooper level. This reminds me of Sly Cooper level 2, and a little bit of Breath of the Wild. It's like, oh god, those eyes. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with those eyes? But let's see here. You work? Thank you. Even the music kind of sounds Sly Cooper-esque. But yeah, like these little bases that are kind of just spread around like the globe, like. Make this an open world game. You can have those little bases with like stuff that you find, explore, you get new items. Oh yeah, they look exactly the same. It's great. God, hurry up, Jesus! But yeah, it breaks them all free. Sprig gets thrown around like a chew toy, which is really damn funny. Oh yeah, wait a minute. This is actually this is actually a funny joke, but like it didn't make me laugh as much as the accordion did. Let me see.
You're right. We can't just leave them here.
I mean, we could.
Spring.
Okay.
It's right here. Guys, like, what the hell, man? I love it. It's great. And then he immediately starts throwing around like a chew toy. Then it turns out Domino 2 is the alpha, and now they have air support. Which, again, I get it. I understand. These episodes are supposed to be episodic, obviously, and then also on top of that, slowly show them building up the resistance. Cool. I love that. And if anything, it shows also Anne's whole thing where she's the heart. Oh, look, Sprig stuffed animal. Is that hers? Anyways, like Sprig is or not Sprig. Anne is the heart, so like her whole thing is gaining people together. Sasha's the warrior, obviously, and then they need a strategist, whatever. But yeah, like that was that whole thing. I get it. This is nice. She would have the one who's like the god of destruction. But yeah, these episodes are fine. Coolest thing I can think of is the sword, the blue sword. Oh wait, Magnus. I forgot about Magnus.
No, really need to.
I did not know Magnus Burnsides was part of this.
How are you on in here?
Let's see.
Thing I've ever seen. Oh, let me hold.
Or was it over here?
All you gotta do is my
I'll do it. Have to.
I have a not something.
Air
Let me see.
monster. Over.
Read the room, man. This is
All right, here.
Magnus to one of.
Over breakfast.
I lost my Uncle Magnus to one of those things. Found his bones in a giant pellet.
Jesus Christ. Well, yeah. Episode's fine. Can't really say much else. Tell me anything else below. Thanks for watching. It is just jarring. It's like, oh yeah, Anne used this rusty sword this entire time. Suddenly has her magic sword back. Cool! For no explanatory reason, also why she has it back, other than just happens to be the day she does it, and also happens to beat the guy who gave it to her, and then gone again. Give us a reason at least! But I don't know. Tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Two videos I've done. Links are on my Facebook and Discord. Check out videos. So what you guys think? And we will see you later. But yeah, like, I know it's gonna come together in the end, but it's just stuff like that. It's like, ah!